So, vets in crypto, 4 years in the Marine Corps. Been self-employed ever since I got out. I do have a service-connected disability through the VA. Started in late 2017 mining Ethereum. Started out using nice hash mining, and then I got into leasing out hash rate using Genesis mining. And so that gave my segue in. Eventually someone dropped the word HEX, in a chat, and started running down that rabbit hole. I think I came across the HEX. I came across my fellow brother hexologist first, and then naturally, ran into RH, hours of all of that. And I've been hooked ever since. I've been in HEX since March 2020, start of the pandemic. Staking ladder is established. That was first and foremost. Started out my furthest 15 years, worked my way back and forth. And then been to several HEX in real life meetups between NASCAR and Vegas and Big K's event Chicago, the HEX third birthday, all that good stuff. So that's my story in a nutshell. Sticking to it.
Fantastic, man. Great to have you, and always appreciate the service of the veterans as well. So good to have you, man.
Pleasure to serve.
How about you, T-Rex? What's your story?
Yeah, man. I'm going to start by thanking you for opening this up and organizing a lot of our meetings. I brought my PulseChain hat. I got my HEX third birthday T-shirt.
Nice.
If only I could find a cup that could hold more. These cups are kind of small, so it doesn't hold much liquid in there.
I like it. I'll get you the 20-ounce one next time. How about that?
Yeah, we need the big ones.
Yeah.
So HEX was my first cryptocurrency, and so dinosaurs in the chat for that. I was actually going through a divorce, and my friend HEX on the Beach, he's also a local. He's right there. HEX on the Beach. He's a Seattle guy. We played basketball together in college, and he introduced me to HEX. Called me at work one day. I was feeling low and said, "Hey, this is my story." He shared his story with me, and ever since I just jumped in. I work about an hour and 10 minutes from where I live. So I live in the Telegram chats. The Telegram chats, I love to just sit in those chats and learn and take advantage. I'm like a fly on the wall. I take advantage of all the different experts in our community and all the content that they provide. So I got into HEX. It was a 2021, and caught a little bit of pump into the sacrifices. So I was able to do some add some great value to the PulseChain and PulseX sacrifice. So I'm excited for that. And then ever since then, I've just been diving into all the different aspects in our DeFi realm. So, and here I am now going to all of our meetups and with a great crew. So that's it.
Can only get greater. Yeah, man. We glad to have you on board. It's our meetups are so fun, and they just keep getting better. I'm excited for the next one every month. I'm like, man, we just have a blast.
For sure.
Oh, and I want to add one more thing. So HEX on the Beach, he helped me. He helped me kind of coach me on the fundamentals, MetaMask, and he said, okay, well, you need this and this. You need Twitter to follow Richard Heart so you can get the real time updates and all that. and I took some time before I got Twitter, just because I had all the other things. I had Instagram, and I'm like, I'm not sure I can deal with another social media. And so then one day Richard tweeted something and I missed it. So I said, I'm going to have to get Twitter. And so I got Twitter, and my second or third tweet, I tweeted something about the Hex diamond, the hex.com diamond. I said, well, this isn't the hex.com diamond, but it's something that I mined myself, and I think it's prettier. And I posted a picture of a crystal, right? And I had some comments, and then miraculously, Richard Heart commented on my photo. And he said something so amazing, like mind-blowing. And I was shocked. He said,
"What do you think?"
Nice. That was, and it's funny because I think that comment had like almost as many comments as I had on the original post. So that's my Richard Heart interaction story. And actually, this is the one.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Whoa, that is worthy
That's a big
of putting on the internet, man. That's awesome. No wonder he said nice. That is nice.
Okay, someone else is up.
Love
Can we
it,
come up
love
with
it.
a name for that? Can we come up with a name for that will make it unique to Washington State?
The
We'll get back
Washington
to
State Hexagon Telegram diamond?
Well, it would be an amethyst. So this is an amethyst.
Oh,
So
Hex.com
Hex-
amethyst.
Crystal. We
There
can
you
call
go.
it a crystal.
Okay. Hex.com crystal. That's not taken. So I
Hey.
like it.
there you go.
Okay. Amazing, man. Steve, what's your story? Why are you here? And what's going on, man?
Got no cool tweets like T-Rex has got with Max, unfortunately, with Richard. But so no cool stories like that. But I got here in 2019, moved over from Australia, from the Gold Coast. And moved in
Can you come a little closer to your mic just a little bit? It's hard to hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I moved over here in 2019. Had an opportunity to move to the States, so I did. 2020, I got myself out of a pretty shitty relationship, and 2021, I found HEX. So started doing a lot of self improvement courses and stuff like that, and got myself into crypto and jumped on the centralized exchange systems and realized that that wasn't really the place to be. But one of the courses were absolutely great. That's where I caught up with Jerry, and that's the start of the forming of the Washington State Hexicans. And ever since then, it's just Hex made sense to me. It just straight away just clicked, and I just did a deep dive, got straight into it, just loved it. So I jumped in at like 6 or 7 cents and followed it all the way up and got rid of the vehicle, got, whatever I had, I threw the Hex. I just believe in it. And then I've been chasing it all the way down as well now. So my dollar average is better than my entry average at the moment. So it's really, really cool. I'm loving it. And now we've got the opportunity of, staking in the ecosystem and doing sacrifices. I've just been, ever since I don't think I had so much fun until we actually got to the bear market. And seeing my dollar average, buying average come down and down and down, and just be able to now do my, 12 monthly stakes. Now it's, every 6 months, and just closing that gap up nicely. And my only problem that I've got at the moment is trying to create dry powder. We've got some really cool little sacrifices with, the different things going on in the ecosystem. It's just been absolutely awesome, and it's exciting times. So I'm so proud to be cast myself as a Hexigan, and Max, you're one of my biggest fans. Probably, during the bull market, there was, there so many different people that I was listening to. I probably honed it down to about 6 of them, and just get rid of all the FUD that's out there, and stop listening to all the tweets that's going on. All the static and just crap that's going on in the ecosystem, and just focusing in on the good things. And I've got a bit of a game plan on how I want to approach the launch, and hopefully we keep that HEX down a little bit longer so I can keep buying in. But yeah, anyway, that's my story. But I really loving the HEX meetups that we're doing every month, and really, yeah, just can't highly recommend it enough to anyone in the area wants to catch up with a bunch of great guys and a couple girls, and be able to enjoy each other's company, which is just so cool.
Yeah, man, we've been beating the bear down together. It's been a little bit of bear market therapy the last few months, but you're still here. That's the important thing. If you've made it through this bear market and you're still Hexican and you haven't sold your bag, then you may be rewarded one day. That's what we all hope, and that's why we're here. So awesome to have you, man. Really good to have you. Jerry Oaksmith, tell us what's going on. It's your time. Let's go.
Well, let's see. I got into HEX early 2021, and at that point in time, I really didn't know the difference between cryptos. I pretty much whatever I heard or read or whatever a buddy said, no matter what coin it was, if he said it was going up, I was getting into it. And I wasn't in HEX right away, and I really was liquidity for a bunch of other people, and it was pretty painful. And I was told that HEX might be a good one. As I said, I didn't know one crypto to the next. But the guy that told me about it was conservative, Dave Dodge. He was a local Hexican.
Mm-hmm.
And it was before the Pulse sacrifice. And actually, it was like the day he told me about it was the day that Richard Heart announced the Pulse, coming out. And I didn't really realize that for about a month or two later. But I got in, but I didn't put as much money as I wish I would have, as we all could say that. But I was scared. I was like, the kitty cat gets thrown in the bathtub, and then he doesn't even want to go in the bathroom anymore. That was me. But I went pretty heavy in HEX, and I'm really glad I did. I sacrificed for PulseChain, but at the same time, I still had the trader mentality. And I didn't sacrifice till I think it was day 17, which, unlike the PulseX sacrifice, we had 10 days, I think, if I remember correctly, to where you didn't, lose any percentage or whatever. So I did that on the 17th day, and I'm really glad I did that now. And HEX just started to take off. And it's like, whoa, look at this. And I sold all the way up, and in hindsight, I guess I'm glad I did. But after, it went way up to 52, 56 cents or whatever, I was a little pissed. But I ended up buying back in at 39 cents after selling like a whole bunch between 12 and 18 cents. And, it's okay. But time went along, and I didn't even know about staking. I did not know about staking ladders. I didn't know anything about it. And then I found out 4 or 5 months into it, I don't know. And once I went to go.hex.stake or whatever it is, can't remember, I started playing around with it, entering calculations, and the light bulb went off. I was like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. Didn't really understand about it being immutable and a lot of other wonderful aspects. Figured that out. And then I wanted to keep stuff liquid. Let's keep it liquid so we could buy, sell, all that mentality that I was still stuck in my head. And then they were talking about when's Pulse launching, eventually. I don't remember when that was. And then everybody was talking about what was it? Richard's horoscope or like astrology or yeah. And like it's his birthday or whatever, the hour he was born. And I was like, I'm so sick of this shit. And I pretty much 100% staked myself at that point in time. And I was really happy I did. I sleep like a baby now. My next stake is coming out in August of 2023. I don't, the price, I love the price going up because it makes a lot of people happy. Doesn't bother me, but yeah, that's kind of what happened. And I sacrificed really hard for PulseX. So I'm hoping PulseX will outperform Pulse. I don't think that'll happen, but be my fingers crossed. And then like Steve said, I was in a crypto course and I met him there. Him and I were going through some similar stuff. We're in the same business. And I saw him. I was like, oh, did he say Seattle? He said Seattle. Oh, Renton. So I hit him up and we got together and, we started hanging out. And then he got a hold of Valiant Brand. And before you knew it, we had this little click going. It's just grown ever since. And yeah, that's about it. We'll talk more about it after Brandon shares.
Awesome. Yeah, I think so. That was DCC's course that you all were taking, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and that was a really good course. I learned a lot about Celsius. Thank God he told us about HEX too. Sorry.
Hey, I think DCC courses onboarded so many Hexicans. So,
yeah, you really learn a lot in his course. I mean, I knew nothing, and gave me a foundation. So hats off. Shout out to DCC.
For sure. And last but not least, Ballet Brand. You know him as one of the streamers in the cycle. He's got over 555 subs.
Yeah.
So I was at the dinner where we celebrated it. So how's it going, man? What's your story? What's your introduction to HEX and this beautiful ecosystem we're all sharing?
Doing great. Thanks for hosting this stream. I think it's really cool. Like you mentioned that we're doing more local meetups, and I do have to thank Jerry. He's the one that got that cake, and that was probably one of the coolest gifts. I mean, just sentimental wise, like shit, I wasn't expecting that. So that was really cool. As far as Richard Heart goes, I mean, so I've been in crypto since like early 2017, and then not too long after that had heard about Richard Heart because he is a Bitcoin Maxi and kind of fighting some of the Ethereans and things like this, and really liked his style of communication. It's kind of what I try to strive to do as well, which is kind of just a no BS style of communication and cut to the chase, and he has no problem saying things how it is. As far as the first market cycle, I had experienced my first market cycle in Bitcoin and in Litecoin, rode it all the way down. And then kind of when I was about to, seemingly like give up or kind of quit crypto, was like the end of the bear market. And that was when Richard had talked about creating his own crypto. And then so I figured, okay, I'll stay in this for this product that Richard's now created, which is HEX. And, I'd taken all of the other, because I was in, 2017, there was a lot of, different altcoins and stuff that people were into, myself included. So I'd taken all of that, the Litecoin, the Bitcoin, sold it for Ethereum, and then got into HEX on day one and kind of just, presumed to kind of dollar cost average whatever bit that I could into the adoption amplifier. Since then have, obviously been fortunate enough to participate in the PulseChain sacrifice and now the PulseX. And once again, thank you, Max, for doing this stream as well. I think Jerry was one of the first people I had met at the Crypto Sparbu when they were doing the Quattro Cinco tour, when they were kind of traveling all over the US. I didn't realize, I didn't realize there was other people kind of in the Seattle or Washington State area. So that was really cool to meet some people that were like-minded. And then ever since that day that we had done the music video, we've done the local meetups as you guys have all experienced with myself. And that's been really fun. Today, I actually met a Hexican that I've streamed with a handful of times, Glenn Carlson, on my YouTube channel. And he came up today from Oregon, and we got to hang out for a couple hours before he had some other duties to do. But the thing that I'll say that's cool real quick, just wrapping this little part up, is, you know, the crypto is great, the founder is great, things like that. But Wendy's for Tendies had said a long time ago that, and I'm, maybe this goes for any community, but from my experience, one of the best things that, you know, people can do in a bear market or other things is, you know, try and make friendships and, you know, relationships, and, you know, people that you share in common with, you know, maybe send them a direct message and see if you share anything in common. I mean, I've seen so many, you know, people meet a lot of new friends, or just separate, you know, business workings that they've done through meeting people in this community. So once again, thanks for having us on, and it's a blast. I mean, you know, once again, it's fun to live stream and things like that with you guys. But meeting up in person is also another experience, which is, you know, very legitimate.
It takes it to another level. It really does. It's like when you meet people in person. You know, I've been streaming a lot lately, and Grant's been streaming a lot in the past as well. And it's a different feeling. Like when you meet up with people in person, you get to know them, and you just get to hang out with them in a casual environment. You get to do events. You get to exchange stuff. You know, we got crystals, we got Hex merch, we got just lots of cool stuff. You know, we got hats, people throwing hats around and all that. It's cool. It's just like a friendly, cool local deal. And when you get to, you know, have a drink with somebody, or have dinner, or go bowling with them, it's a different experience than, you know, just seeing them over a webcam. So I'm definitely lucky and fortunate I found you all. I don't remember how. I think I may have saw Brand might have tweeted the Telegram group. And I was like, oh, I should probably join that. I don't know if I'll ever do anything, but I'll just join it and see what people are talking about. So I'll probably just watching for a while, and I'm kind of, oh, they're having a meetup. Oh, maybe I should go. Maybe I should like I don't know. Should I meet these people or not? I don't know. I remember feeling that at first, and I showed up, and then everybody came, and I was like, whoa, this is a fun time. So that first dinner really sold me on this group. I was like, yeah, I would like to do that again. That sounds fun.
Well, and now we're stuck for 5 together.
We are stuck together. That's true.
or at least 7 years, because we can always emergency end stake if we
That's
have to.
true.
My first thought is